Welcome, curious minds, to another deep dive.
Glad to be here.
Today, we're tackling a challenge that honestly costs industries millions every year: misaligned flanges.
Yeah.
Now, if you're picturing complex machinery, think of those really crucial bolted connections, the ones joining pipes and equipment.
Everywhere, really. Oil refineries, water systems.
Exactly, and when they don't line up perfectly, it's not just some minor hiccup, it's a critical infrastructure headache.
Oh, absolutely.
You've got crews stalled, deadlines slipping away, and the whole project budget is suddenly under threat.
Precisely. We're talking about a problem that really spans construction, oil and gas, utilities, manufacturing, you name it, pretty much any heavy industry.
Right.
And the consequences of let's say, a bad fit, they go way beyond just being inconvenient.
Much further.
They touch worker safety, operational productivity, environmental compliance even, and definitely, ultimately, your bottom line. Often in ways companies don't even fully track.
That's exactly right. So our mission today is to, well, cut through the noise. We want to show you how industrial-grade solutions are making a difference. Specifically, we'll be looking at Gearench Flange aligning tools delivered by PE Energy and how they're, fundamentally changing this whole equation.
Quite a shift.
Get ready for some, I think, surprising facts on how investing in precision, boosting safety, and achieving significant savings are all, well, they're all connected. Okay,
Let's do it.
let's unpack this. What's the true cost of just good enough? You know that scene, right? The clock's ticking, labor costs are just climbing,
Yep, everyone's watching the clock.
and you've got a crew standing idle, trying to wrestle some misaligned flange into place with, I don't know, whatever they can find.
Makeshift tools, yeah. Seen it too many times.
It's such a common scenario, but why? What makes this such a persistent and frankly costly problem? And what are the real stakes here, beyond just losing a bit of time?
Well, it's fascinating because, on the surface, it just looks like a simple mechanical issue.
Right, bolt A doesn't fit hole B.
Exactly. But the deeper issue, I think, is often cultural. It's driven by this kind of false economy.
How so?
What many companies don't fully grasp is that making do with, let's say, inadequate tools or just rough techniques, it isn't just inefficient, it's genuinely hazardous and enormously costly in the long run.
Okay.
We've seen, for example, major refineries lose upwards of $500,000 per day.
Wow, per day.
Per day
Yeah.
in lost output from just one critical pipeline shutdown, all because of a misaligned flange. And then repair costs. They can easily add another 7 figures on top.
$500,000 a day. That really puts the financial impact into sharp perspective.
It does.
But it's not just about the money, is it? I mean, there's a human cost, too.
Absolutely. And that's, frankly, even more critical. These situations put workers directly, squarely in harm's way. Well, imagine a crew trying to force a heavy pipe section into alignment, maybe in a confined space, maybe working at height,
Yeah, tricky conditions.
using a crowbar or, heaven forbid, a sledgehammer. The risk of pinched fingers, dropped objects, or even, catastrophic leaks and blowouts from a seal that's just not right, it's enormous.
That sounds terrifying.
And beyond that immediate danger, you're looking at extensive rework, potential contract penalties for delays, significant liability claims. The source material even calls these makeshift approaches a lawsuit waiting to happen.
Right.
And honestly, that's not an exaggeration. Not when you consider high-pressure systems or hazardous materials being involved.
It seems like such a no-brainer, then, to avoid those risks. So why do companies still resort to manual eyeballing or wrestling with improvised tools when the consequences are clearly so severe? Is it just habit? Or is there something deeper going on?
I think it's a complex mix, really. Part of it is certainly habit. That's how we've always done
We
it.
have the classic line.
The classic line. There's also often a perceived short-term cost saving. They avoid investing in specialized tools. Managers might see the upfront cost of, say, dedicated alignment tools as just an expense line item. They're often unaware they're actually incurring far greater hidden costs.
Hidden costs like?
Lost efficiency, increased risk, the sheer time-skilled labor wastes on these remedial tasks instead of, value-added work. It's a classic short-term gain for long-term pain scenario.
Right.
They end up paying for lost productivity, safety incidents, maybe even reputation damage, without directly connecting it back to the fact that their tools just weren't up to the job.
So what's needed isn't just a better tool.
Exactly. It's more of a shift in operational philosophy.
Yeah.
Towards precision, speed, and critically, tools that deliver reliability. Tools that won't let you down when it matters most.
Okay, so if improvisation is clearly definitely out of the question, what does an actual industrial grade solution look like?
Ah, now we get to the good stuff.
This is where it gets really interesting, I think. Top operations. They're ditching those risky old methods. They're moving to something with proven precision, a solid track record. Gearench Flange aligning tool sets.
Indeed. And these aren't just, generic heavy tools. They are specifically engineered, really from the ground up,
Engineered how?
to address the immense forces, the brutal environments you find in heavy industry. We're talking high tensile strength tool steel, precisely heat-treated so it can withstand the enormous shear forces involved in pipe alignment without, bending or breaking.
Okay, serious material science.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that black oxide coating, it's not just for looks. It chemically converts the surface, creating this microscopic barrier that significantly boosts corrosion resistance.
Which is vital where...
Crucial for applications in salty air, high humidity, chemically aggressive environments. Think offshore platforms, chemical plants. It effectively extends the tool life by years, compared to just standard paint or basic finishes.
So it's not just heavy-duty steel, it's a specific, carefully chosen alloy and treatment designed to perform under really extreme stress. That sounds like a genuine differentiator.
Exactly. And beyond the material science, they also feature accurately marked bolt hole dimensions.
Seems simple but important.
It sounds minor, but it's huge. It crucially eliminates guesswork. It dramatically slashes installation times. Instead of measuring, checking, remeasuring,
Yeah, that whole dance.
these tools allow for quick, confident positioning. They're rugged enough for the pipe fitters, the welders, the fabricators who absolutely demand reliability and repeatability.
Right.
So when you invest in a set like, say, the FTS 212 or the versatile FTS 28 from PE Energy FTS standing for flange tool set, by the way, you're not just buying a piece of metal.
You're buying more than that.
You're buying speed, you're buying safety, and you're buying the absolute confidence that your flanges will align. Tight and true, passing first inspection every single time.
And those model numbers, FTS 212, FTS 28, do they relate to specific sizes?
Generally, yes. The FTS 212, for instance, is engineered for larger, often heavy wall pipe flanges, typically in the, say, 8 to 24-inch range. While the FTS 28 offers a more versatile range for more common 2 to 8-inch applications, it often comes with interchangeable jaws, too, which helps minimize your overall tool investment.
Okay, that deeper dive into the engineering really highlights the why behind their effectiveness. That makes sense. But let's talk bottom line.
Always important.
The real test isn't just the tool itself, it's the measurable impact on an operation's profitability, right? How do these tools actually translate into tangible benefits for, say, operations managers or procurement teams?
Well, the first major benefit, and arguably the most immediate one you see, is faster setups. And that leads directly to significantly lower man-hour bills.
Okay.
Gearench tools can genuinely get a flange aligned and ready in hours, not potentially days like with makeshift methods. Imagine cutting your flange alignment times by 50% or even more on a critical project.
That's huge.
It is. That's a dramatic reduction in overtime. Fewer scheduling headaches, more jobs finished on schedule, maybe even ahead of time. This efficiency, it's directly quantifiable. You see it in reduced labor costs and accelerated project completion.
That's a really compelling claim for efficiency. Can you break down the mechanics a bit more? How do these tools actually achieve that kind of speed without compromising the precision you mentioned?
Absolutely. The secret really lies in their precision-engineered jaws and just the overall robust design.
Okay.
They use these pre-marked, quick-fit jaws that very quickly engage the flange bolt holes. This allows the tool to essentially self-center and line up even really stubborn heavy flanges. And crucially, without needing hammering or jacking or risky prying, they can easily damage expensive components or worse, injure workers.
Right, avoids all that brute force.
Exactly. And this more sophisticated design often means one person can do what traditionally took 2 or even 3 people wrestling with it.
Freeing up skilled labor.
Precisely. Freeing up skilled workers for higher value tasks elsewhere on the job site. There's no more settling for almost good enough fits. You get precision alignments that pass first inspection every time. You don't just save time, you literally bank real cash by improving the overall project velocity.
Okay, that immediate cost saving from faster setups is definitely huge. But industrial tools, well, they take a beating, don't they?
Oh, they do. Rough environments.
So what about their longevity? What kind of durability can operations expect from an investment like this?
Yeah, good question. That brings us to the second major benefit, bulletproof durability. These tools are seriously engineered for extreme resilience.
For example?
Take the FTS-26 model, for instance. It's forged from high-strength, heat-treated steel. It has these really robust threads designed specifically for sustained, high-torque applications without stripping or binding.
And the finish helps too.
That specialized black oxide finish we talked about, it creates this highly stable, corrosion-resistant surface.
Yeah.
It genuinely defies oxidation, stands up to corrosive grime, salt spray, mud, even chemical splashes.
So it lasts.
The source material says these tools laugh at rust and corrosive grime. And honestly, based on what we see in the field, that's pretty accurate. You get tools that perform consistently, year after punishing year, regardless of the most demanding industrial environments. This isn't some disposable item you replace every year.
It's an asset.
Exactly. It's an investment-grade quality tool, the kind you'll probably hand down to the next crew, which significantly reduces your long-term replacement costs.
Okay, durable, long-lasting. And finally, safety, which we touched on earlier as being just paramount. How do these tools actively protect the crew? How do they mitigate those serious risks you described before?
This is perhaps the most critical benefit of all, unmatched safety. Let's be blunt about it. Cutting corners on flange alignment tools, that just invites disaster.
Seems obvious, but it happens.
It does. Gearench's industry standard sets, like the FTS-212L, for example, they're built for controlled mechanical power, not brute force.
What does that mean practically?
It means fewer slips, fewer strains from awkward lifting or pulling, fewer pinch point injuries, and fewer of those sudden, unexpected oops moments that your insurers, frankly, would rather not hear about.
Right. Fewer incident reports.
Exactly. They're ergonomically designed, too, to minimize physical strain and injury risk. They ensure repeatable, accurate fit-up with minimal manual handling or awkward postures.
So it's no more dangerous improvisation.
No more using makeshift tools, like random lengths of pipe or beat-up crowbars that could potentially shatter or slip or cause unexpected movements under high pressure. And, when your crew sees that you're investing in tools that prioritize their safety,
Morale goes up.
productivity and morale genuinely skyrocket.
Okay.
Plus, your site presents a much more professional, compliant image to auditors, clients, everyone.
So the economic benefits, the operational efficiency, the crucial safety improvements, they're all clear. What does this mean, then, for finding the right tool for a specific job? Does Gearench offer a full range, or are these mainly specialized for just a few applications?
No, they absolutely offer a total product lineup. That's another key advantage.
Covering what range?
Whether you're working with, say, small 2-inch line flanges or those industrial monsters,
Yeah.
the massive multi-bolt flanges on large diameter pipes, Gearench has a specific solution engineered for it.
Specific models you mentioned?
Yeah, there's the FTS-24,
Yeah.
often used for smaller, maybe lighter duty jobs. The FTS-126 for certain custom applications that might need an extended reach. And really, there's an entire Gearench portfolio designed to cover almost any scenario.
And availability? That's often an issue.
That's a great point. They make a point of ensuring these tools are consistently in stock and ready to ship, which, as you know, is a huge advantage in today's often unpredictable supply chain environment.
Definitely.
So basically, no order's too niche, no spec too rare. You generally get precisely what you need when you need it. And that minimizes those really costly project delays that happen when you're waiting on unavailable equipment.
That's great to know the tools exist for pretty much every application. But, as any operations manager knows, having the right tool available is one thing. Reliably sourcing it is a whole other challenge. So why should someone choose PEEnergy.com for these essential industrial supplies? What makes them more than just a supplier? What makes them a critical partner?
Yeah, that's an important distinction, isn't it? In a world full of countless suppliers, what makes PEEnergy.com stand out? Why are they seen as a critical partner rather than just, another vendor on a list?
Exactly.
Well, first off, they aren't just some warehouse full of order takers reading from a catalog. PE Energy is a genuinely premium supplier. They're trusted by some of the biggest names out there in oil and gas, construction, utilities, manufacturing.
They have the track record.
They have the track record. They offer direct-to-you shipping anywhere in North America, usually from strategically located warehouses right to your job site. And importantly, with real-time tracked delivery, so you know exactly where it is.
Okay, so reliable delivery, proven quality from stocking Gearench. Definitely key. What else sets PE Energy apart from the pack?
Well, beyond the logistics, they provide really comprehensive support. They offer things like volume pricing and bulk discounts for serious buyers or those setting up long-term contracts. That's crucial for managing project costs effectively over time.
Makes sense for large operations.
And crucially, they have expert staff, people who actually understand the sometimes subtle requirements of industrial hardware. You're talking to real pros who know the difference between different flange types and pressure ratings, not someone just reading from a script.
That expertise matters.
It absolutely does. They can guide you to the exact Gearench toolset that's right for your specific application, ensuring you don't overspend or get something that's not quite right.
Okay.
And finally, they just have a consistent repeat record of meeting deadlines, even on those really challenging 11th-hour rush orders that could otherwise bring an entire multi-million-dollar project to a screeching halt.
That kind of reliability is gold.
It really is. So every time an industrial leader orders Gearench tools from PE Energy, they're not just, purchasing a tool. They're investing in fewer operational headaches, in flawless results, and in a reliable partner that genuinely helps them keep their projects on track and, importantly, on budget.
So wrapping this up, what does this all really mean? We've seen how choosing the right flange alignment tools, specifically the Gearench tools delivered by PE Energy, isn't just about a one-time purchase, is it?
Not at all.
It seems it's about fundamentally transforming efficiency right there on the ground, significantly boosting worker safety, and ultimately securing a stronger, much more predictable bottom line.
Exactly. I mean, why risk costly downtime? Why risk extensive rework or, heaven forbid, devastating injuries when you can command proven reliability, precision, and efficiency with the right tools?
Yeah.
Equipping your crew with these industrial-grade tools isn't just, a smart procurement move. It's truly a strategic investment. It protects your margins, it enhances your reputation, and it really helps you show the competition what professional actually means, especially in those really demanding, mission-critical environments.
So for you, our listener, maybe consider this. In an industry where precision and safety are absolutely paramount, how might a single strategic investment in the right tools, supported by the right reliable supplier, how might that ripple through your entire operation?
A question.
Could it create not just those short-term gains we talked about, but maybe the lasting culture of excellence and efficiency, one that defines your competitive edge for years to come?
Definitely something worth thinking about.
Something to mull over until our next deep dive.